We're back again for a little bit more fun. I'm still working on this lovely back panel. Recall that I am reusing it. At one point it originally was like this, then it was getting flipped around to this side so that the power was over here out of the way. Most of the connections to things are going to be on this side, which is why I want to have all the connections here. And of course I'm reusing this thing, so I want to try and use these same holes as much as possible given all these many connections that I'm trying to get in place. And I was going to make it rather involved because I was going to try and put sort of multiple Neutrics in the same spot as this, but trying to get them to line up with the hole was impossible. So I was going to try and create a template board to hold my drill bit in place so it wouldn't slip into the gap. And then I suddenly realized there's a way of making this work just fine and dandy. So what I've got here, 3 sets of connections. I have sort of 2 regular 5-pin preamp power connections along with the NAPSC power connection. They will all go in these 3 existing holes. 1, 2, 3. This one I will cover up somehow. Then over on this side I have, the first thing is coming from the source. We have, is that right? Actually, yeah, sorry. So coming from the source is XLR. So we're going to have the source over here, and this is the part of the buffer we'll most likely keep. We may end up taking this buffer out later because I have a feeling it'll be less useful, but this part we are going to keep. So coming from the source, as I say, is XLR. So we'll be able to put those here and here. This guy will occupy this spot. This goes to the Naim 5-pin source connection there. And then if he wants to use RCA instead, they'll be right beside it. Over on this side, coming from the preamp, this currently is a 5-pin, but it'll be a 4-pin. It's going to use that hole, and then output to his power amp through RCA again. Now, I have a little program that I wrote, a piece of software that prints these lovely little templates. So I just chop them up like this. So you'll notice that I can position this perfectly so that it's centered with the hole there. And then these 2 plugs will be pop, pop. I drill a 3/8 inch hole, and then I can use my the metal punch to actually cut the hole out. So there's that batch and that batch, tape them on, center punch them, drill the hole, use the metal punch, which I have another video showing how to use a metal punch, so you'll have to look for that one. I might just create a link for it in my description so you can find it. Haven't yet got to the point where I'm putting links to other videos in my videos. Eventually I'll get fancy like that, but for the time being, it's just me ruminating on the meaning of life. There you go. Have yourself a good Sunday.